Welcome. I'm Alice Alicia Jones, and this is segment three of past lives and how they influence a current lifetime. And one of the examples from my personal life that I wanted to share with you is that there was a time in my life where I was very afraid of going to parties. And I seem to be fine with meeting people one on one. But as soon as a large group gathered, there was something within me that felt like I was frozen in terror. And I didn't ever really understand that until I started recognizing that this is where past lives were interfering with every single thing that was going on in my life. And there was now this just will lead up uh, to one of the experiences. But there was one time where I had a small dinner party. There was only 8 people, and as they were sitting around the table chatting, and we were all friends, we were all part of a healing group, and we were all there with our husbands, and we all had many, many healings together, and there was a real camaraderie there. And all of a sudden, inside my head, I hear the words, "Can you believe that she is at your table?" And the sense that I had was that she was, in a past life, a Roman officer, a Roman soldier, and she was persecuting Christians, and I was one of the Christians. So it just absolutely floored me how that could happen. This was a mystical experience, but nevertheless, I really felt that I was able to understand that my fear of the marketplace. I don't think I ever suffered from agoraphobia, but when it came time to parties or gatherings, large gatherings, even my class reunion, my 20th year class reunion, I couldn't go there by myself. I had to take my youngest sister with me, and who absolutely was so coy and outgoing and introduced herself to everybody while I felt very tongue tied and really couldn't find much to say. So, effectively, this is where knowing about my past life really helped me. And the past lives, especially where I was persecuted. And there is a gentleman that I absolutely love, and he did muscle testing on me. He did a kinesiology experiment, and he basically said I had 49 lives where I was persecuted. So, does this explain my fear of the marketplace? Absolutely. Do I fear that now? No. I have done a massive amount of clearing. And each clearing came with more understanding and more ability to be able to overcome that which has held me back. Because it's you being able to bring the memory forward that can then clear it. And effectively, you will be able to bring these memories forward from things like happenings to you, like dreams, like massages, like acupuncture. Anytime you have energy work where there is an energy flow, anytime that you are just very quietly tuned into something. Like even at that dinner party, even though there was a lot of chatter, I was very quietly observing the entire scene. I wasn't speaking at the time. I wasn't even thinking about adding to the conversation. And as a result, because I was in a quiet space, I was able to hear these words come in through me and then able to get the vision. And did I share that with her? No. She would not have understood. She would have been horrified. And so you effectively have to know that when people are ready, they can hear what you have to say. But until they are ready, your words will be lost to them. But that doesn't mean you keep searching for yourself. You just keep searching and searching and searching to clear out the garbage, the blockages in your own life. Because effectively, you need to be completely clear to move into the next dimension and to move into the fifth dimension that where Mother Earth is ascending. And that's one of the reasons why I keep stressing past lives and keep stressing it and stressing it and stressing it. So, anyway, we're going to go now with, I think it's, uh, we have a gal, I presume it's a gal, could be a gentleman, called Deep D. And she wanted a past life reading and deep because you did not mention anybody else. I'm presuming that it is for you. Uh, or is that, am I correct in that assumption,
Yes, yes.
Karina?
He doesn't say, he or she doesn't don't say if she wants the reading by himself or somebody
Okay,
else.
well, they're not online now, right? They're
No,
not?
he's no. But there is
Okay.
Sois Soise or
So I
Sois
say
Das.
dust.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
She wants a past life reading.
Okay. And so I say I'm just going to give one to you on because you again you haven't specified anybody else. So I'm going to say who was Soise dust in a past life that is currently influencing this lifetime. Hmm. All right, this is interesting. Now, this is something else I'm going to uh, uh, tell you about because effectively, so I say what happened is when I asked that, I didn't see anything. There were no images that came in. And typically, this is because somebody is protecting the information. There is a part of you that could be extremely private and that does not want to have this revealed in public. It could be that you need to have a reading, but not in this forum, and it isn't. It isn't. This is not the right forum for you. Uh, when I find this absolutely does happen because I just had a class on the same subject this past Friday, and the gal asked about her husband, and in it, I was able to access the husband, but he gave me no information. And I asked her about whether he kept everything close to the chest. And she answered that yes, this was their problem. Their main problem was lack of communication. He would communicate nothing. He would clue her in to nothing about his feelings. And she was always having to guess what he was thinking about, guess how he felt. And it was almost as if she was living a separate life within the marriage. It was almost like two separate lives within the marriage. So,
So it says asking if is there any way I can give permission?
is there any way I can give permission? Um, all right. Then, so I say, just envision shields that just drop away from you, because this is what I have a sense of, is that you had shields up protecting you, all four sides, top and bottom. So just drop the shields and just see them dropping away from you, and see if I can't get to see something for you. So do that, drop the shields, visualize that. Okay, now this is interesting. Um, this is what I saw this time, and I think you did a very uh, you did that very effectively. You actually physically dropped the shields, so that that was keeping me from being able to see anything about you. What I saw, this I hope that you know what the Gilded Age was. This is like the 1890s. This is when women were uh, wealthy women were, and I'm talking about extremely wealthy women, were treated almost like gilded birds in a cage. And they had the best of everything, but the wealth had been accumulated on the backs of many, many people who led, in some cases, pretty desperate lives. And the sense that I had with you is that, yes, you were one of these privileged women, but you had the start of a conscious that was making you feel as if this was wrong, that that you experienced so much privilege where other people who worked so hard had nothing, and all they could look forward to is more work and just to subsist. And so I just kind of like, I saw you sitting in a beautiful, and it shimmered. It was a dress made of such fine material. You were kind of sitting almost like on a what I would call an Adirondacks chair in terms of the way it was positioned. And you had your hand over one side of the chair, and you were um, and the light, the sunlight was coming in and was glistening on the material as servants kind of like hovered around, because this was an outdoor scene. And it and there was like the sense inside of you that I should be doing more, I could be doing more. Why am I so privileged? And so, anyway, does this have any bearing on your current lifetime? Does this have anything to do with what you feel or how you act or what you've accomplished in this lifetime? And
We have
and she answered yes.
mhm.
Okay. And
Yeah, this is in Instagram.
okay. So Anissa Evan. Um, all right. The Anissa,
Sorry, yeah, Evo, yeah.
I do feel that
Uh-huh.
now. All
Yeah.
right. Anissa Evan. All right. And we will finish then with Anissa Evan. And this is for herself. And Anissa, I'm going to tune into you. All right. This is a flash of a lifetime. Uh, I'm not really seeing much, but the sense that I have is it's Colorado, or if it's not Colorado, it's a place where there is mountains, pine trees, and you're sitting outside with a flannel shirt on, and you're male, and you have I feel like you're in the logging industry, that you have something to do with trees. And it could be that you both, I'm not sure that you chop them down as much as that you are actually, no, it does feel, yes, you are absolutely chopping them down. But it could be that you are employed by the company rather than owning the company that chops them down. You feel very satisfied. There is nothing about your job that is above you. You don't have any fear um, of being able to do meet the demands of the work. So you have a inner confidence that is and an inner love for what you do that is only highlighted by the surroundings that you're in. You absolutely love being outside. And even when it's cold and when it snows and blows, you still love that. So again, uh, but the most thing, Anissa, that comes in for you is your self assurance and the love that you have for what you're doing. Does this have any bearing on what you are doing in this lifetime? And let's see.
It's in Instagram, so
Oh, it's on
we are
Instagram.
waiting for Anissa's answer.
Okay. And while we're waiting, I just wanted to close. I'll be closing and with Own Your Power Day by Day, a book of 365 meditations, guided by spirit, guided by God, guided by my highest guides, um, actually are behind every word. It's positive, it's upbeat, it's a joy. Available through my website, available through Amazon.
Anissa
Thank
say
you.
yes, the flannel shirt. Yes, the flannel shirt.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, Alice, invite your followers to reach you if they want more readings in the future.
Thank you. And what Karina reminded me of is just simply to invite you to go to my website, www.aliciajones.com, and you can set up a time for a reading. That will be it for today. And hopefully, we will be here in 1 month again. The schedule in October, I'm out of town for 2 weeks in October, so we're going to have to do probably something a little bit different then, but we will. But I'm still going to try to continue this because this is a joy to me, and I hope that in you being able to get the readings or to listen to the other parts, other segments, that you get some more understanding, and that my goal for you is to bring that to help you bring more past lives into your own sphere through your just daily actions, your journaling, your dreams, your livelihood. Thank you. And thank you for joining us.